Welcome to another session of the WordPress Masterclass. In this session, we're going to look more into what WordPress is, what are the alternatives to WordPress, how is WordPress structured, how you can create a website on WordPress. We're going to look more into it. It's again a slightly more theoretical, a more conceptual session. It's meant to give you an understanding of conceptually what WordPress is, and that will kind of set the base for you to then go and create a website on WordPress. But before moving forward, I'll give you a quick recap of what we discussed in our last session, and I'll just begin. So we discussed that WordPress essentially is a content management system. It's not a blogging system. It's a system. It's a software which you can install, and you can manage your content through WordPress. It's one of the most widely used content management systems on the planet as on date. We discussed the overall objective. You should be able to create your own websites using WordPress. You should be able to integrate social media. Also, you should be able to create an e-commerce website using WordPress. Well, this is a brief of the agenda that we discussed in our last session. Um, we know WordPress is an online open source website creation tool, so it's absolutely free of cost. You don't have to really spend money to buy WordPress. Well, we know that many large companies use WordPress for their own websites or their own blogs. These include Sony Music, Walt Disney Company, Katy Perry's website, Usain Bolt. These are just a few of the top websites. Mozilla's blog. Um, we know that you can install WordPress software on your own web server in about 5 minutes, and you can create a website without having to learn any coding of HTML, PHP, or anything. Coming on to this session, so why is WordPress such a great choice? There are 6 important points. WordPress is open source. So it also means that there are thousands of people across the world who are constantly working to improve WordPress as a platform. It's incredibly flexible and extensible. You can create a corporate website also on WordPress. You can also create an e-commerce website on WordPress. You can also create a small social networking website also on WordPress. And of course, you can create blogs on WordPress. It's very easy to use and learn. You don't need to hire a web designer or a coder. It has a very strong developer community and developer support. So let's say if you get stuck somewhere, it'll be easy for you to find a developer who will help you uh, with your problem. It's very, very SEO friendly. This is one of the big reasons why a lot of people prefer WordPress. And lastly, you are in complete control. So tomorrow, if you decide that, hey, you don't want to use WordPress as the software for your website, but you want to migrate to a different platform, you can import or export to WordPress, out of WordPress, both ways. Moving forward, what are the other alternatives? So, as of creating this presentation, there were over 75 million websites using WordPress. There were about 39 million websites on WordPress.com. Uh, the other alternatives are Drupal and Joomla. They are again content management systems, again popular content management systems. But Drupal and Joomla have relatively fewer users. They have fewer themes, as you can see on the screen. They have fewer plugins. In case you don't understand what plugins are, we'll explain more of that in this session. WordPress, again, you don't need any technical skill, but for Drupal and Joomla, you might need some skills. TechCrunch, Mashable, a lot of popular websites are using WordPress. NBC's website uses Drupal. Joomla is used by Harvard University, IKEA. So again, depending on um, whichever platform you choose, they're definitely used by large organizations. Now we come to this important question: what is the difference between WordPress.org versus WordPress.com? Well, WordPress.org will help you download the WordPress software for free, right? But you will have to then host it separately. So you can go to a popular hosting, you can buy popular hosting services like Bluehost or like GoDaddy. They also provide one-click WordPress hosting, so you can just create an account, pay them $5, $10, whatever their pricing is, and do a one-click install. But WordPress.org essentially keeps WordPress up to date. You will have all the features, themes, plugins you can download separately from WordPress.org. What WordPress.com is, that it's a free hosted version of WordPress that enables you to build a simple blog or website in just a couple of minutes. So let's say you don't want to host, right? You just want to log on to WordPress.com and you can create a website in a matter of minutes without even hosting or downloading anything or setting up your own server. Um, but WordPress.com, of course, has its own limitations. If you want to expand, if you want to add more features, you will have to pay money on WordPress.com. I would recommend you to visit both these websites separately and see it for yourself. If you sign up for a free version of creating an account on WordPress.com, you will get a blog like, or you'll get a website like abc.wordpress.com. Again, in the free version, you can't install premium themes or plugins from third party websites, or you cannot even monetize your website through your ads. So, let's say you get a lot of traffic onto your website and you say, hey, look, I want to run ads on my website and monetize my website. You won't be able to do it. When should you choose WordPress.org and when should you choose WordPress.com? Well, WordPress.org, again, I've kind of marked it here. If you want to set up an online store, it's preferable to set up WordPress.org to use WordPress.org. WordPress.com may not be very good or conducive. If you don't want to maintain your website, pay for domain or hosting, you want to do it the easy way, WordPress.com is a better alternative. If you want to upload custom themes, want to customize your look in website, WordPress.org is a good place to go. If you need a lot of space for your videos, photos, again, WordPress.org. If you want to monetize your website through ads, again, WordPress.org. If you right now want to build a small website that you want to scale up in future, again, for these options, WordPress.org is a better option to start with. Creating your own self-hosted WordPress website is a better option. Again, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can go through this. Finally, what we are going to do next is we are going to look at WordPress.com. We are then going to look at self-hosted WordPress. We're going to look at publishing, how to publish posts, how the SEO happens, how you can set up analytics, social media integration, accelerated mobile pages, how you can create a multi-author blog, how you can increase the speed of your website, and how you can enable subscription. So these are some of the things that we will look at in our subsequent classes. Thanks a lot.